Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the exciting conclusion, the third round, the final 9 of the 2023 Played Again Sports Jonesboro Open, presented by Prodigy. Top 5 out of 15 on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. I'm Big, he's Barry, we're BigBarri, and we got 9 exciting holes. We had a slow front 9 in the wind.
Yeah, I felt like they were playing a little chess out there a little bit. A lot of back and forths, which I feel like is going to be the trend for this round because of the wind. There's going to be a lot of strokes to get. Easy mistakes are going to be made, as always, in the wind. And you see right now, though, I mean, just like we started, we got Eagle, Calvin up top.
James Conrad at this point yesterday was 8 down through 9. He is 1 under. I mean, that right there is just telling you how difficult this course can be. Everyone running into problems. I don't think we had seen a bogey on the front 9 in the first 2 days. Very green on all of those scores. Compared to today's, everyone's got some color on there. Not the color they want. Eagle with a double bogey on hole 6. As we look at hole 10 here, par 3, 360-foot backhand Anheuser with a fairway driver playing the hillside to check bank up to the right.
Crosshead. So it's going to
turn quick. Yeah, a lot of these backhands were turning quick into this wind, and you do not want to be in that early bunker. It is a horrible place to be. Very difficult to get up and down sometimes. Calvin trying to put hyzer on it to make the adjustment, and he's going to hit that log. Very similar spot that even kicked a little bit into the bad place. See if Corey can make the adjustment. Looks to be faster out of the hand, but
bunker.
Just getting into the bunker quicker is all it's doing.
This is a big moment for James. He's only 2 back. That's a guaranteed stroke if he could get this one under the basket.
Could it even be 2, honestly?
That's very true.
Same problem.
It could get through, though. No, I've seen a lot of them get through there and kind of give you that circle's edge putt, but none of them really did. That's not a gimme. Don't think. Tough angle to see how close he got there.
Eagle trying to just find something. And
he's trying.
Really doesn't like that one. I think getting through the gap is nice, but yeah, I guess maybe he wanted to have a tap in.
There's a tap in.
And I don't blame you. You do not want to have a putt outside 15 feet unless it's for birdie. Let's see what Eagle is left with. Yeah, that's...
You don't want that, but it is calm.
Look at that
here.
flag. That flag ain't moving. The putt is in. Eagle takes the par. Corey Ellis.
Yeah, you see the flag kind of get moving after Eagle went right there. A little unfortunate, but now we see why Eagle is trying to dig a hole in there with that disc. After he threw that up shot, he was not pleased because he knew that was a possibility right there.
Yeah, that just wasn't his natural stroke. Corey just a little nervy there. Back-to-back bogeys now. Needs to right the ship before he gets, I don't know, 4 strokes. It's not that it's not doable, but Corey has lacked that killer instinct as we talked about on the front 9. And if he wants to get back in it, it's going to have to take some real digging deep at this point. As we move on to hole 11, just a pretty traditional hyzer shot. Hyzer backhand righty. Hyzer forehand approach around the corner. We even had a couple of 2s here in round 2.
Can get pretty aggressive with this wind and go super high, get all the way over there.
Yeah, Garrett Gerthy did that on my car today, and it was something else. Eagle, that is...
Not good.
Not good. Pretty easy tee shot here. This is one you just... you feel like you have to birdie. The 3rd easiest hole in the course.
Well, he came awful close to those branches, too. You see a lot of people do that, but they seem to always kind of get through.
That's the spot you like to be, at that corner.
Oh, so tucked into the left side makes the angle so much easier. James is the one that's got to really hug that left side because he's going to be throwing that backhand turnover in there, and that's pretty good. Still a really tricky upshot with the backhand, though. And that's
there it is. There's the big high shot. Is it too...
No.
Yeah, it's not
great.
Not great, but my goodness, that had a lot of potential there. Just didn't quite get left enough.
Eagle going, try to get over to that left side.
Throwing that one to the moon.
Yeah.
And Calvin, pretty stock forehand. Yep. Just dropping that one there with the Firebird. James going to have to really get this moving from left to right.
That's so good. So very good from there. It's tough because if you do put it on too much anhyzer, it could roll out. Where did the eagle go?
There. Right there.
Where he got to
so
there?
he was
Or is that a bad upshot?
I think he was going for the green. I don't think he was trying to lay up to the fairway. I think he was trying to get there.
Yep.
No.
There's a bad.
No.
That's a bad disc. Ugh.
Again with this?
That's brutal, man. Ugh.
I mean, he did it. He did when he went big. He
flushed it, really.
He had bogey, and he went big tee shot. Great approach. Nailed the putt. Now this for par, that's what you're telling me?
Look how windy it is. Oh, no. No, he went too far. He skipped off the top.
He's still putting. And that barely hangs on, and that is a bogey stretch that takes Corey Ellis out of the event. Oh, that's heartbreaking. James in left side. He's going to take the birdie.
This is a big time play from Calvin. Kind of the only stress-free one on the card. Just kind of in there, easy birdie.
James made it look pretty relatively casual.
Little left side.
Yeah, no, you're right. It was, Calvin seemed even more casual.
Well, he didn't have to go after the debacle from Corey too, which makes putting so stressful.
James was the brace. He was the bridge between.
There's something to be said about that. When you see somebody, you know, miss one, spit out, miss one, you're like, what's wrong with this thing?
Is the basket going to do that to me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Scary little thing.
Just
there.
not right.
Oh my goodness. Talk about scary today. 12 is a par 4, 655, playing downhill, left to right, headwind. Everything's going to want to go
horrible.
Everything's going to want to go right, and it makes this fairway, which is very large, seem very small. And that out of bounds, it is small, but it seems like right in the landing zone for a lot of that like power pocket spot people like to throw. These guys have enough power, it's just angle control. Can they put it on enough hyzer?
Oh my gosh. Is that Calvin's Quasar?
That's not.
That disc, I've never seen him turn that thing over. That get through?
That's safe.
What? Calvin just got away with a bad crime. That should have been hammered down OB. What a break.
If he goes OB, he has to take that 100 feet back.
And no angle to get to the pin. That is super lucky. James making a good correction, bending this one down the middle, hanging on. Yes.
See how he used the whole fairway, started off the left tree, kind of drifted all the way to the other side of the fairway. That's some good disc golf right there. This is the guy that I would like to have his power for this shot.
Yeah, if you remember what he did yesterday, it was pretty crazy. He was essentially putting to the pin. You're just not going to get that kind of distance today. The wind is just the worst possible wind for this hole.
Where they are is just phenomenal.
That's where you'd like to be on a really good day for most good pro disc golfers.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of people clearing.
Yeah, we had some trouble with my card. I had Cole Redolin, Garrett Gerthy, and Ezra Aderholt, guys who bomb, and 3 of them in a row threw it out of bounds. It was a tough wind. I got across.
Oh wow!
I wasn't setting that up to.
No, I was just curious.
But no, I
laid up myself. But your power and my power are not similar. That's a great upshot right there.
Yeah, just getting around that corner is a big time bonus there for Eagle, especially with Calvin and some really thick stuff here. Getting through is great. I mean, he has gotten through a couple things in this hole. He should have a par, but hyper aggressive Calvin, we could be seeing a putt, which potentially could be dangerous.
Go.
And that's going to be a scary run for James.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Calvin, no matter what, unless he gets crazy, he can't from here.
Oh, he's too far. Well, is he running this putt?
Can't be. No. I mean, that might have been a run. Honestly.
I think he was trying to run that, Paul. Like that guy's running after everything right now. And Corey just wishes he was close enough to run this one, but I just don't think you can. You can't just take 4 bogeys in a row. And
it's a good koozie. That looked a little rolly.
James.
Circles edge.
Oh, no. That's going to be outside the circle again, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, not happy.
Still skipping down there, though.
Yeah, that's not a happy skip, though. That is. There you go.
Great comeback putt. Not kind of. That keeps him in it.
It's a big putt.
Yeah, very big. Eagle.
Look at these. Look at the score. It's just from yesterday to today. You would not think that round he would still be in it, but he is 100% in it, even though he's 2 back now of Eagle at 29 under.
I mean, honestly, if you're 4 back right now, you're in it. The holes coming up are very hard.
Yeah, you can make 2-stroke swing on 14 in a snap.
And on the next hole, you can make a 2-stroke swing. Anybody who lands on circle's edge right now, that's a 2-stroke swing possibility, without a doubt. Because if you miss that, it's rolling.
Two players at 29, 2 players at 27. Essentially 4 players with a chance now to take it down. Isaac Robinson, though, he has the fewest holes remaining. He's got to finish out with some birdies if he wants to put some pressure on these lead card guys as they step up to the 13th hole. 353 feet uphill, winding left the whole way. It's a very awkward angle. Eagle's looking at the fairway this time. He's been going left the other rounds. This one's pushed wide, but a somewhat fortunate knockdown to be at the edge of the circle.
Yeah, but that's that spot I was talking about. You're going to run it.
Yeah.
You're going to run it.
You hit cage.
Bye-bye. Yep.
Calvin is looking up the gut. Turnover hitting some twizzle. And that slows it down enough to not get that turnover, and that's going to be in another scary spot. This is going to be moving left enough. Does it have the brakes on the green? That's always the question. It looks like it's going to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No gimme from there.
No, not the putt you want. You want to be parked on every hole.
Yeah, but the 12 and 13 both have such slopey greens. You really, really would love to be close. And can we get Corey a birdie, please? This is looking like a good tee shot.
Oh,
yeah, I
correct.
think so. Nice shot. He's just no fear. Why would you? If you think you're going to make all the comebackers, go ahead and run them. Who cares?
Even if you don't run them, why not? You're going to learn some way.
That was a pretty awkward stance for Eagle there. It was a decent effort, even though he missed. James, just so many opportunities, just not quite really grabbing it.
Yeah, if he was putting well in the circle, he'd have a piece of this lead right now.
Oh, for sure. If not the outright lead.
Yeah.
Corey in for the birdie.
So nobody really doing much.
It's just,
I mean, Corey gets the bird, but
kind of doing is like,
doesn't mean that much really to these
not for
guys.
him, yeah.
Not yet. Now, if he rattles them all off in a row, that's going to mean something at the end.
it could. Yeah, well, especially for season placement.
Yeah.
And I mean, all these, I mean, if you finish in the top 10, you're making some good money.
Yeah, you don't see anybody really pushing down there to that number. They're going to need these guys to come backwards. But hole 14 is one of those holes where it can definitely happen in a heartbeat. Par 3, 520 down the hill. Tailwind. So it's doing all kinds of stuff. If it gets on Anheuser, it could drop. Keep it on the hyzer and push that right side is the play really today. But that's tough because if you pull it, you can hit those branches and stay out of bounds. So see what these guys do. But as soon as it gets in an Anheuser position, it's going to drop.
Corey pushing that one just over the top. How close does this get?
Very good.
Really nice.
See how that started dropping, though?
Yeah.
I mean, that tree could have grabbed it very easily.
Well, that gives these guys a little bit of information. Let's see what Eagle does with that. That just looks like there's nothing else it can do besides be parked.
Wow, that is so good.
We got there in a second. I don't think I've ever been more sure of anything in my life than that being parked.
And there's so much speed that drop won't do anything to that disc.
That was one of the best drives you're ever going to see. So good. And especially at this moment right now. How does Calvin react?
I mean, this looks pretty spicy as well.
God, these guys are on another level. There you go. I've been kind of dormant for a little while. We'll just go ahead and spice it up with a little
scary
back-to-back park jobs on 14.
Oh, scary hole you could double. Psych.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that. It took the same exact amount of time to get there, too.
You can see 3 birds on it.
Let's see a star frame on it. Let's go, James.
I was just going to ask where James landed. There's that drop. That's got to
go. That's, oh, no. I bet you that is so close to being in bounds. So now he's taking it way back from the OB line to give him the best possible angle, but he is over 300 feet from the pin still. A solid approach. He's going to save the bogey, but dang, that's going to put him at 26. All these other guys are looking to get to 30. That's going to be tough with just 3 holes to go, or 4 holes to go, rather.
Corey made one that cost him 2 or 3.
Oh,
so can't really put the blame on his putter, but he did miss a few early as well. The circle putts today.
And the putt he had on 10 is just a little nervy.
Yeah, a couple here and there for sure. You don't normally see that with him, but I mean, there's a lot. It's different putting in the wind. Like, nobody's just really good at it.
Leaving the bag on that time.
The only one we really haven't seen miss a real short one today is Calvin. Right?
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, he just had that one miss on hole 4 after getting aggressive on his putt from C2, but that wasn't a close putt. It was back edge of C1. But it seems close for Calvin because you just expect him to make all those all the time.
Well, we breached it 30 under.
Yeah, and Isaac Robinson is currently sitting in a podium position right now, 3rd place. Following up his major performance with another incredible showing out here on the Disc Golf Pro Tour.
15 in the wind has some teeth. It is tough to land this one close today. Raging right to left crosswind.
2.46 average, still remaining the easiest hole in the course at this point in the round. It certainly feels like a must get.
That looks pretty good.
And look at that. Now that's coming into the green with either like a putt or mid-range, coming in with so much spin. He's hitting the right side of the green, but it doesn't have a chance because it's not like a steep angle coming in. It's just going to bounce and skip. And Eagle is once again in danger of not birdieing the easiest hole on tour. And look at Calvin. He's out there in the same place. Man, that's not making things easy for themselves here on this hole, this transition hole, essentially. But sometimes those easy holes have a little bit extra pressure because you know everyone's getting 2s.
That's not an easy putt work. I don't know. I'm not calling this hole easy. I played it in this condition, and it was not easy.
Okay.
And my card didn't make it look easy either. I mean, look at these guys are the best players that we have in the tournament, and
look at that. Eagle puts his hands up and says, what am I supposed to do? Run this windy putt from 35 feet? No way. Puts it under the basket. Maybe a chess move here because you know Calvin's going to run it. Opportunity for Calvin to take a stroke.
Oh, no.
Wow.
What a move by Eagle.
You know, Eagle is just thinking to himself, that's exactly why I laid up.
Yeah, what am I, a scientist?
And Calvin, I think he was trying to run that, but he just got caught up with his footing and didn't even have a chance to run it. And look at this. James is now, he's past the basket. He's going to have this for par. Don't roll. Wow.
I mean, this basket has to look like a tiny, teeny, mini basket.
Yeah, Corey barely getting that over the rim, but
that's so scary.
We did see a lead card birdie here on the easiest hole on tour, so a little bit of saving grace, I suppose, but my goodness, a couple of bogeys and a layup for par.
Yeah, a little 1-over special from the lead card on this one. Hey, I got to take my hat off to hole 15, man. Way to hold your own.
Just getting a few punches back in there.
Yeah.
Throwing a few. But the thing that stands out to me is our 2 leaders. Well, now we don't have 2 leaders. We got 1 leader. Excuse me. We got Eagle McMahon with an outright lead right now, but the 2 top players in the field finished this event, 3 rounds played on hole 15, collectively even par. I would have lost every single penny in my bank account if you had put all my money. I would have said they're going to finish at least 5 under. Anyhow, on to the exciting hole 16, par 5, 855 feet. We have a tough left to right headwind here that's going to make this tee shot getting over to the preferred landing zone on the left side very tough to do. How do you think these guys are going to play this one?
That's a good question. I think you have to take your most stable disc and trust it on a little anhyzer. This is going to hit. Oh, what do you know? Found a little pocket.
Okay.
Because I don't know if they can get in position if they don't get it on a little anhyzer.
Yeah.
You know, I think they're going to be stuck behind that. Well, this guy.
I think he can get there one angle for sure. And this is released with hyzer, but Uh-oh.
It's so funny when he throws because you just never know if it's going to work. That's not good. He's going to have to lay that up.
You have to lay that up. There's just no real height or angle to do anything constructive.
And that drifts.
Yeah, Calvin's going that same quasar that we saw him turn over on 12's drive. If it gets left, he's going to have a chance, but now it's rolling back right.
Oh, but then left. I don't know from there. I think with the wind, the good thing is he, as James throws this, and it is looking good.
Yeah, this is looking really nice. He's going to be able. You're going to say he's going to be able to see what Eagle does.
He's going to be able to see what Eagle does, and he's going to be able to throw a shot that should be able to kind of drop and not go so far. With the wind pushing it,
because he's going to have to go high.
Yeah.
Corey having to go high, and he's getting aggressive from pretty far back, and this is crushed. Way outright, but safe. Got a lot of space back there to work with. So Corey just getting across in 2, that's great. James a little bit lower line. This one's heading left, but over the pine trees and safe. Got a long eagle look coming. So Eagle going to go backhand putter. And what was that?
I mean, that is a mind bender right there.
Green light go, right?
You have to go now because he's going to go. From there, he can't lay up unless Calvin throws us out of bounds, which, like I thought, see, he can throw something high and stall it. I mean, that's still really far.
Yeah, that's at the 48 to 50 foot downhill death putt range. He's going to definitely be keeping a close eye on what Eagle does here with this approach. A shortened follow through. This is heading towards those pines, and oh my goodness, perfect. Eagle's still going to get the birdie.
Yeah.
After all that trouble and a 36 foot second shot, essentially. That was a fantastic, awkward shot and a friendly result. Corey just threw a 500-foot second shot.
Tough little layup, really.
Yeah, well done with that.
Yep.
Be a birdie here for Corey. James from deep. 5 back of the leaders. That could get him a little bit closer, but just going to be a birdie. And now Calvin. Down 1.
What?
Oh my gosh, that guy's ice water in his veins.
This is one cold killer right here.
It is a cold cat right there, Paul.
Oh my goodness.
What a putt. And that is seizing the moment as Eagle shows a little bit of vulnerability there, taking a birdie though. But after the drop shot on 15, he just took less strokes on the par 5 15 than he did on the easiest hole in disc golf history. That to me is pretty wild.
Yeah, I'm thinking he might have eagled it every round, which means he's making up for whatever the blunder is that he had on the last hole.
He finished 6 under between 15 and 16. He just did all the work on 16. Right. My gosh.
How do you go for that putt? I don't think I can go for it there. I don't think I can do it, especially with 17 and 18 left. I mean, those are some stroke separators in this win for sure, especially with the way that we've seen Eagle play this hole. He's playing a super aggressive left to right shot here. You coming down this fairway with this wind, anything can happen. You can see it kind of bend around, and with the way that the wind is, these guys are gonna, again, I keep talking about this Anheuser, but as soon as it comes out of their hand, they're at the wind's mercy. You got no control. And if it's on Heiser, it goes left.
It's going to be pushing down and right. This wind is really tricky to try to get this stability just right.
Like, that's
Calvin's
not
overturned
good.
this. No, this is not good at all. This is way too far right. Unless it's a Firebird or something, which I don't think he threw that. No.
I think he's just playing, honestly, away from the OB left.
Sure.
And then he just didn't hit the wind right.
This is looking better for Corey, especially if it starts to flatten out. Yeah. And getting through the tree. Yeah, that's a great spot. That's exactly.
It's a good shot.
Yep. Yeah, there's Eagle with that play that we saw yesterday that got him to a standstill putt approach. This is just like inches too tight.
Yeah, and with the way that the wind is coming, that's a tough Anheuser to throw, which he's going to have to throw an Anheuser from there.
I think the advantage is big time in Eagle's favor, though, right now, because he, I think, can stand out and throw that Anheuser approach, probably give himself a look for the birdie, whereas I don't think, oh, look what Calvin has. He has nothing.
Yeah, big time advantage Eagle. Eagle has almost a guaranteed par if he wants it. This is not.
And didn't hear anything through that. I think Calvin likes it. He's looking down the fairway. Yeah. Well done.
That's really good from there.
I don't know how close that is, but it seems like...
Well, it's on the downslope, so that's like 100 feet, maybe 80.
Hyper-aggressive Calvin mode, that seems like a bombs away.
I don't know.
It really
depends on what Eagle does.
He gets to see how close Eagle gets. I think if Eagle gets close, he's got to run it.
Yeah. And Eagle's closer than this. And that's like really good.
Look at that. Nice shot, Corey.
And he kind of gets to see how that flew.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good wind read.
Big time moment here for Eagle. Just got to keep this low.
It started low, but it lifted.
It looked pretty good.
It looked really good.
It looked pretty good.
It's a good scramble from Conrad. That was a really,
we
went over the forehand roller was great.
This is not somebody that looks like they're about to lay up. Chain height. And put the brakes on.
How does that disc stick?
I don't know. I don't know how you run it from that far.
That rolls 9 times out of 10. I've seen it.
And Eagle, that's the look of somebody who's laying up. So maybe seeing where Calvin went, like seeing the basket.
Of course.
Yeah, like go ahead. Make your comebacker.
If you're going to do that, make him make a 25-footer for sure.
There might not have been an easier thing for Calvin in his entire life except graduating UF with an engineering degree.
Yeah, that's about it. Because in his mind, I bet he was like, why did I run this? Why did I do that? I was 100 feet.
He made that look so simple, though. Not fazed by these moments as being the hottest player on tour and in the world.
Yeah.
And really not just this year. I mean, the guy's the podium master for the last 3 or 4 years. It's...
Oh, if there's a tournament and the story is written with him in the script, almost every time.
It's pretty incredible what we're seeing with him lately. 2 players go to the last hole, the hardest hole in the course, one of the best holes on tour, tied at the top. 2-time winner, Calvin Heimburg.
Happen?
It's just the way it's supposed to be, my man.
Yeah.
You got Eagle McMahon, who's going to play that big hyzer play, birdied this hole the first 2 rounds. Calvin, who's been known for just dicing this gap up with this big destroyer late flip off the tee. This tee shot is so important here. Who's going to give themselves the best advantage? Corey up first. Little high. Is it flipping enough? I don't think it is. It needs a little help from the tree line. Doesn't get it.
Calvin can put a lot of pressure on if he does what he's been doing the last couple years on this hole.
Makes the initial gap nicely. It's turning. Getting some help there with the... Oh, yeah, I think that's fine.
I mean, that was pretty lucky.
It was pretty lucky.
It was pretty lucky, man.
Eagle going hyzer. And that flipped up.
It's got to make a long ways to the left
that flipped up, Paul. You can't have that flip up. It's got to be moving left. And here's a long, anxious wait to see the spotter. I don't think he likes it, but
I think
there's a lot of space out there to the right. And it is out of bounds, Paul.
It's all going to depend on how it went out of bounds.
I think it went out of bounds early. I think it's game, set, match right there. I mean, barring some incredible...
Well, it could have hit inside and maybe like rolled to the right or something.
The thing with that hyzer is that you have to push it
right.
wide.
This is back up on the hill.
And he's taking it 100 feet back from where it actually went out of bounds to give himself a good angle. He's just pitching around the corner. And I mean, you can't get to the pin from here. Okay.
I don't think that's true.
I would say most people who are reasonable can't get to the pin from there. Eagles maybe can. We're going to see. I mean, he's going to give it his best effort.
Yeah. It's going to take a very stable... That thing's stable.
But even if this gets...
On a lot of hyzer.
Even if this gets to the pin, the best case scenario is he makes a putt for bogey.
Yeah.
And Calvin's in pretty ideal position. I
mean, this is too wide. It's going to...
Yep. Okay.
It's too wide. I mean, other day that swings... But with the wind today, there's just no chance to get that back. He needed to hug it so tight. But you're not even to Calvin's drive yet. I mean,
good shot here from
it's
Corey.
Over.
Yeah, no,
it's going to be pitch to the circle 2, pitch under the basket, and
then walk away the 3-time champion.
Look at where he was. Look at this.
Yeah,
he had a kind of a chip shot into the green. That was an amazing drive. I didn't even realize. I thought he was tucked off to the right with nothing.
He had an open hyzer. I mean, if he wanted to birdie that hole, he could have just slammed it home. I think, it required a perfect drive from Eagle. And the thing is, that hyzer shot today, it had a huge left to right wind above the tree line that you couldn't really feel from the tee, made that hyzer shot, I don't want to say impossible, but so improbable.
Yeah.
And it's a disappointing finish for Eagle. It's going to be a triple bogey 7. And Calvin just has a couple throws left, and he is going to be the 3-time Jonesboro Open champion. What a battle it was. What an insane momentum shift with that big Eagle putt he hit on 16.
No doubt.
Corey will miss the bogey putt. He's going to finish with a double. Not his day, unfortunately. James Conrad.
Great back-to-back tournaments for James.
He's going to leave here with the memories of one of the best rounds he will ever play in his life. Certainly not the finish he wanted, but he's going to leave with something special from here in Jonesboro, Arkansas. The man of the year, Calvin Heimburg, folks. Once again, he's the man. He is the man.
Not 2-time, 3-time. Play it against sports. Jonesboro Open presented by Prodigy champion Calvin Heimburg.
Definitely didn't think 500 would do it, but it did do it today. Pretty thankful for it. I mean, it kind of seemed like some of my aggressive play early and late might have bit me, but in the end it didn't. My game plan coming into the day was be aggressive and kind of like pedal to the metal, so I definitely came into the day thinking play aggressive, and I stuck to that all day, whether it bit me or not. Not really any nerves. You know, I was in that same position last year, and there was 3 people tied going into the last hole. Thanks for supporting me, and Jonesboro seems to be you know, like a second home. I seem to do really well here, so I'm glad I could come out here and win again.
Well, you were right about him playing aggressive.
Yeah, the game plan paid off. I would, if you said 5 under, would that take it? I would have said absolutely not. But I also didn't know it was going to be as windy as it was, but what a battle it was. Congratulations to Ben Calloway, 9 under in the wind. Isaac Robinson, 8 under in the wind. They're going to jump up to tie Eagle with his unfortunate triple bogey in the last hole, but a 3-way tie for second place. And then a bunch of familiar names on that leaderboard. Great stuff this week.
Yeah, it was fun to watch the battle. I mean, during that round, we had a lot of people within 2 strokes for a long time, and then the Eagle and Calvin flip-flop back and forth. Couple shots go Eagle's way, and it's easily his. This is going to be a great season.
Already is, man. Already is. Well, we're going to take a couple of weeks off. We're going to see you guys in a couple of weeks at the OTB Open. I will not be there. It'll be the first Jomez I've missed in quite some time.
Have you ever missed one?
Not since I started in 2017, Paul. It's pretty crazy. But I will see you guys in Emporia, and you guys are going to see Paul in Stockton, California in a couple weeks. For BigBarri commentary, Jomez Productions, and the Disc Golf Pro Tour, we thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Congratulations, Calvin.